I feel like shit.
Monday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
It's just one of
Friday,
those
happy days. The weekend comes, but I go on.
It's just one of those days where you don't wanna wake up. Everything is everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet,
Just knock it off, you scum bucket.
it's just one of those days. It's just one of
Monday,
those.
happy days.
It's just one of
Tuesday,
those.
happy days.
It's just one of those
Happy days.
days.
The weekend comes, my cycle runs. Ready to extend.
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with the bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just,
I'm losing my cool.
it's all
Monday,
about,
happy days.
it's just one of
Tuesday,
those,
happy days.
it's just one of those
Happy days.
days.
The weekend comes, my cycle runs. Ready to extend. These days.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. Right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
My day keeps going this way and this way.
I'm gonna pop you one so you'll stop playing games.
Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get.
There we go. Perfect. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chief Moody, and welcome to episode 7 of the Mood of the Nation podcast. God, I wish I had a echo machine to say that name. You know, just do like a Mood of the Nation. You know, echo, that sort of thing. Anyways, let's have a look and see what's going on in the chat real quick, because I've got a couple of topics to cover today, so which is going to be really spicy this evening. Let's have a look here. Durham Fox, hello, how you doing? Just 47 subs away, Chief. Let's have it. Yeah, I'm still surprised of the fact that I'm almost at 1,000 subs, so slowly but surely I'm getting there. The only way that could possibly happen is, of course, you guys as well. Although some of you do share the stream, you know, multiple times, but if you guys definitely want me to get to 1,000 subs, just keep sharing the streams, episodes and videos or whatever, and eventually I'll definitely will get there. In fact, speaking of you know, notoriety or anything like that, let me just quickly show you guys something real quick. Hold on one sec. Just gonna get that up here. Oops, not one. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to quickly share this, because some of you may be surprised at this. Let me have a look and see here. Yeah, I'll do the full screen. Okay, so what I'm on here is the Patriotic Alternative, or PATV schedule. As you can see here, we've got Patriotic Weekly Review, Mark Collette, Laura Towler, Margot's Review, Iconoclast, who I'm very happy is going to be coming back soon. So that's really good to hear that he is definitely coming back for more content. Let's see, Way of the World, Keith Woods, Dr. Edward Dutton. I think it's Professor Edward Dutton at this point, but it might be Doctor. Radio Albion, The True K Show, No Chance. And oh, what's that at the very bottom? They seem to add another weekly schedule show on there. What could that be, I wonder? Hold on, let me just hide that away. I wonder what that could be. Bam! There we go. That's right. Mood of the Nation, the podcast itself, is featured on PATV, which I'm still really surprised at that. I never expected that to happen. So yeah, it's pretty much there. Same with PWR, you know, No Chance, True K, you know, all Laura Towler's channel and all of that, which it's still really surprising to me. Of course, I really don't want to brag, but but anyway, that's that there. Funny story with that actually. All that pretty much happened based off of a Telegram post I made on my Telegram channel. So basically, at the time, I had 91 subs. This happened on, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday or somewhere like that. It during midweek. I'm not entirely too sure, but I basically wrote a post saying, "Hey, I got 91 subs on Telegram. You know, can we maybe get this all shared around? Maybe get 100 subs. You know, that would be awesome." And sure enough, you get people like Bonnie Lad, Scott's Armor, Scottish Tam, Sense of Communum. The regular faces that would share my content from time to time. Which again, that's I really appreciated, and I really do appreciate you guys doing that. And then I noticed another person shared it. It was Laura Towler, or Laura in this case, shared it as well. So that was actually pretty awesome. Of course, it spiked up from 91 to now currently sitting at 269, I think it is. Might be up or down, but it's somewhere like that now, currently speaking. So that's, again, really awesome. So for those who have shared it around and given me more followers on Telegram, I really want to thank you guys so much. That's really appreciated of you guys to do that. Even so much so, the following day, I get a text message on Telegram from a member of PA Scotland, 300 Spartans, or Kenny in this case. He basically wrote to me and said, "Hey, I got some pretty good news for you. I've asked Laura if they could add your show onto the PA TV. Would you be okay with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." I wasn't really kind of taken aback to that, because I thought maybe there'd be other channels on there that maybe deserve it a lot more than my channel or my show anyway. But anyway, later on that night, Laura did message me asking, would you be okay if having Mood of the Nation be a weekly scheduled program for the PA TV page? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So that, I'm still really baffled of that. I just really am surprised, so that's pretty awesome to see. So yeah, it's there. I guess it gives me more of a boost in terms of like more audience exposure and all of that, which again, that's really awesome to see. So that's really good. And of course, I think that really that would be beneficial, mainly again from you guys, because you guys are the ones that keep coming back and keep sharing the streams and all of that, which again, I really do appreciate you guys, and that's really awesome to see that. So here's hoping that we get to 1,000 subs eventually. So maybe, I don't want to say like next week or the week after, but who knows, something might happen, you never know. So anyway, that's long story short with that. Let me get back to the chat here real quick, and then I'll get into the topics themselves, because we're just about almost 10 minutes in. So hello Chief Medium, happy Sunday to you too, Jose. Budgie Burger, I shall say good evening now because my computer is acting like a lefty. Well, that's really bad to hear. Hopefully you get your computer sorted and then come back onto to the show and watch it. So let's see. Oi oi boys, oi oi gammon sandwich, welcome back and thank you for watching the stream as always. Hello to you too, Jacob J4746. That's appreciate of you coming back. Hello peeps, Blood Embraces sir, hello, how you doing? Thank you for watching. There's a familiar face, Scott's Armor. Good evening, troops. Good evening to you, troops. Good evening to you too, Scott's Armor. Appreciate you coming back. So also thank you very much for appearing on episode 6 of Mood of the Nation this past Thursday. And also just to say a real quick, Scott's Armor is going to be live streaming tonight at 9:45, so 9:45. So just when the PA Book Club finishes, well, just about finishing up, then I'm pretty sure everyone can jump over to Scott's Armor tonight, because both myself and No Chance will be appearing on his stream tonight anyway. So after you watched the Patriotic Alternative Book Club, please check out Scott's Armor stream later on this evening. I'm sure it's going to be a really good show. Let me see here. Tony Smith, hello, how you doing? Thank you for watching the stream as always. Hightower 005, hello, how you doing? Let me see. Well, Tony Smith again. Hello and good evening. Good evening to you too, Tony Smith. Crazy Stripe, are you alright? How you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. Have you seen Doctor Who and the Gaylords? No, I tried to get into Doctor Who back in the day, but nah, it's just not for me. Especially now that they've had a female Doctor, it's just not really worth it, of course. So, which of course, it turned out really bad when that whole thing ended. I think they're going to be replacing her soon. I don't know really what's happening. I never really pay attention to mainstream television anyway. It's just complete utter garbage at this point, but that's just me. we're cooking with gas, and even Chief Moody, again, even to you too, Scott's Armour. UELO, good evening. Let's see, Minikins, good vibes. Even to you too, thank you for watching the stream. Have you got your COVID tattoo yet? No, I refuse to take the vaccination, so I've not received an email, not received a letter or anything like that at all. Even then, I'm not going to take it, so I think it's a complete farce, that vaccination, or vaccine I should say, especially with all the stories that come around that you never hear from the mainstream television, and I wonder why that is. It's probably it's probably because it completely defeats the whole narrative of you should take the vaccine, it helps everybody, which clearly there's tons of side effects to it. So let me see. Sparky1690, good evening Chief Moody and everyone in the chat. Well, good evening to you too, sir. Thank you for watching the stream. Even a good doctor and the Gaylords do go on. Tidy. From Rob D. Bonnie lads in the chat, hello, how you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. JD Solway, hello, how you do? And thank you for watching the stream as always. Good afternoon all. What Tyler 1381? Well, good afternoon or good evening to you too, sir. Thank you for watching the stream. The Cybermen smash the TARDIS back doors in and get up the back passage. Jesus Christ. Let's see. The Doctor gets sort of by a blunt and trying to... okay, that's... no. So many great people in our community. There's a lot of great people in our community regarding to PA and all of that. So it's definitely good. Budgie Burger, John Davison, the brother and pensioner. I think... isn't he going to be streaming tonight? I didn't think he would stream on a Sunday, but I could be wrong on that, but... let me see here. Welcome to Hell / Totalitarianism, Chief Moody. OnlyFans is supposedly ditching mainstream hardcore. Supposedly. Well, we'll see about that. We shall see regarding to OnlyFans. Chief Moody, very kind of you, mate. Much appreciated. No worries, Scott Summer. You're very welcome on that. Scottish Tam, I'm out and about at the moment, just stopped in to say howdy. Well, thank you very much, Scottish Tam, I really appreciate you coming along. Who else is in the chat, and then I'll get started with that. So medical totalitarianism, enough said. You're absolutely right on that. It's a complete cult, this whole vaccination that's going on just now. I have had 3 letters, save the planet, stop sending letters. Jesus. That whole stuff. Let's see here. I think that's about it when it comes to the chat just now. So that's really good. 25 people watching. Hopefully more people will come along. Just slowly but surely. So we'll definitely see with that. So speaking of vaccinations and all of that, well, the vaccination totalitarianism that's going on just now, that perfectly segues into the first topic we're going to be talking about this evening. Now, let me just have a look and see if I can get my notes up here real quick. So, I'll get this first link here. Copy and paste that, and then we'll get to here. Now, I'm pretty sure many of you have heard about this already, but for some of you who have heard of this already, please do not spoil this for the rest of the chat, because I really want you to watch this video first of all and just see the complete utter lunacy of what we're going to be seeing just shortly. So that's the first link, and then we'll get this one here. No, not that one. That's going to be for the next topic later on. Copy and paste that, and that should be ready to go. Perfect. Awesome, so I'll just get to that. Okay, so that's fine. So all I need to do now is just share the screen here. Share audio, because I really want you guys to listen to this video we'll be watching just now. I'll also put like No, not like that. This one, there we go. That's perfect. Okay, so let me just share that. Oh, don't play that just yet. Full screen that just here. Right, so I want you all to watch this video just now. I'll play that all the way through. I think it's only a minute. There we go. 1 minute and 15 seconds long. So just please pay attention to this. And again, like I said, for those of me seen this already, please don't spoil it for the rest of the chat if you haven't. Because I really want you guys to see this and just witness this utter lunacy for yourselves. So anyway, enough talk. We'll just get into it right now. So 3, 2, 1, play. Fuck.
CEO of Make-A-Wish America. And over the past year, we spent each day at Make-A-Wish preparing for the moment when every possible wish could safely move forward. We've approached this responsibility with a focus and diligence for your family's health and safety. Now, we've consulted with doctors and medical professionals throughout the National Medical Advisory Council. And we've been monitoring public health organizations like the CDC and the American Academy of Pediatrics. And based on their collective guidance, today we're making a big step forward in delivering hope to you, our Wish Kids, and our Wish families. I'm excited to share that Make-A-Wish will resume granting air travel wishes within the United States and its territories, as well as granting wishes involving large gatherings for vaccinated Wish families as soon as September 15th of 2021. All Wish participants, including your Wish Kid and any siblings, will need to be 2 weeks past completion of either a 1-dose or a 2-dose vaccine. While we won't ask for proof of vaccination, we'll ask for any adult participant to sign a letter of understanding that certifies that they and any minors participating in the Wish are vaccinated and understand the risks of traveling at this time.
So yeah, that's that video right there. So, terminally ill children will not be granted a wish unless they're fully vaccinated. And there we have the satirical artwork by Branco, as you can see here, vaccine passport. Of course, the 666 number of the beast vaccinated image right there. So let me just get to this article here. From the Western Journal, Make-A-Wish to terminally ill kids, take the vaccine or die without your wish. So yeah, you heard it correctly, especially after hearing that video. Basically, Make-A-Wish, which is an organization to try and help terminally ill children, children who have like terminally ill or terminal cancer. So of course, sadly, the children would end up dying because of their illness. So what they would tend to do, and again, this is for people that don't know, what they would try and do is they would grant the wishes of the dying children. So anything they would want to have before they die, say go to Disneyland or meet a particular celebrity or particular character or anything like that at all. If they want it, then this organization grants them that wish, hence the name of it, Make-A-Wish, or the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Well now, due to the ever-growing totalitarianism when it comes to the COVID vaccination that's going on just now, as you can hear from that video and see from this article, basically they're asking the terminally ill kids to be vaccinated or they will not really get their wish. Yes, folks, it's really come to that, where basically if you're terminally ill, especially if you're a child who's terminally ill and they would want a wish, you can't exactly have that wish unless you give in to the vaccination. So basically, join us or die, essentially. It's really just completely disgusting stuff, what's going on. I mean, it's come to this point of utter insanity, what we're seeing just now. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much a complete cult of what's going on. I'll delve into that in a little bit more after reading this article for you guys right here. So this is by Grant Atkinson, published 2 days ago, June the 25th, 2021. So, let's have a look here. The left's attempt to force coronavirus vaccines on every American has been both baffling and frustrating. Now, a new announcement from the Make-A-Wish America Foundation has crossed the line into downright evil. According to its website, Make-A-Wish America exists to create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. This includes children with terminal ill and those who grow into adulthood. But apparently those life-changing wishes are only for those who subject themselves to the organization's preferred government regulations. which of course in this case is very Chinese style kind of government regulation, especially now we're in a Biden administration type of government. Well, at least in America, I should say. In a video posted to Twitter this past Thursday, Make-A-Wish America President and CEO Richard Davis explains the foundation will lift certain COVID-19 restrictions, but only for children who are vaccinated. And of course, that was a video we've just watched. I'm not really going to get into the quote itself because, again, it's literally the exact same thing he said during that video. And of course, this is the video as we just watched right now. According to Forbes, Make-A-Wish halted granted wishes involved with air travel in 2020 near the start of the pandemic. Even as the threat of COVID-19 in America continues to wane, the foundation is now trying to coerce terminally ill children into getting a vaccine before they are allowed to partake in those types of wishes again. In case his initial comments were not clear enough, Davis continued by detailing the vaccine requirements for anyone who wants to participate in wishes involving air travel or large gatherings. And again, we just heard that in that video, as you can tell. All the while, the inspirational music plays in the background to seemingly distract you from the fact that a foundation dedicated to making sick children's dreams come true has now decided to ostracize certain families who exercise their medical freedom. Davis did say Make-A-Wish will not require proof of vaccination, which that's not entirely the whole point, but they will require a signature from any adult participants certifying everyone participating in the wish is vaccinated. Make-A-Wish America did not immediately reply to the Western Journal's request for comment. It is hard to overstate how evil this position really is, which of course is completely downright evil in this case. It's also very cultish, which I'll get into in just a short second. Davis apparently sees no problem with denying terminally ill children with their dying wish if they or anyone else in their family exercise their right to refuse a vaccine. Davis does not say anything about children who are too young to receive a vaccine. June guidance from the World Health Organization said the current COVID-19 vaccines are safe for anyone 18 years of age or older, but they stop short of recommending them for children, which again really makes you think, doesn't it? The quote about that here reads, "More evidence is needed on the use of the different COVID-19 vaccines in children to be able to make general recommendations on vaccinating children against COVID-19, the guidance said. The WHO's Strategic Advisory Group of Experts, or SAGE at short, has concluded that the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is suitable for use by people aged 12 years and above. Children aged between 12 and 15 who are at high risk may be offered this vaccine alongside other priority groups for vaccination. Vaccine trials for children are ongoing, and WHO will update its recommendations when the evidence or epidemiological, never heard of that word before, situation warrants a change in policy. What about the children who are under 12 years old? Davis does not specify whether Make-A-Wish will require vaccines for those individuals. If they do, they will be contradicting recommendations from the WHO, whom the left has ensured us we must listen to at all costs. Which is very funny, that comment, because the World Health Organization is very Chinese backed. So you could definitely tell how the left would be very like, oh, we must listen to the WHO or to the WHO at all costs, which not surprisingly enough that they're very Chinese backed. So you could tell why they would want us to listen to the WHO when it comes to these medical expert recommendations when it comes to the COVID-19 vaccinations. According to Healthline, children under 12 in America currently cannot get vaccinated even if they wanted to. Pfizer and what the hell is this? Get away. There we go. Pfizer and Moderna are currently conducting studies about the safety of vaccines for children 6 months to 11 years old, but they will not be authorized until at least early fall. Even then, Healthline said the vaccines most would most likely be approved only for emergencies only. The WHO has also noted children tend to have milder disease than adults when they contract COVID-19, which means it is less urgent for children to be vaccinated. All of these factors suggest Make-A-Wish America's vaccine requirements are both unscientific and uncompassionate. In an attempt to promote the leftist agenda, the foundation has lost sight of the very demographic they are meant to serve. And I believe that's, of course, that's the end of the article. So yeah, as I said, it's complete utter lunacy what we've come to regarding to that. It's I think I'm trying to think like when was the first time I've heard about this, because I watched a video by Memology 101. I'm not entirely too sure if you guys have heard of that channel before, but it was a 30-second long video. I think it was 30 seconds or maybe like a minute long, and it was all about that video about Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I was absolutely just completely disgusted with what I've just heard. So like I said earlier on, if you're a child who's terminally ill and you're part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, or if you have a child who's part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, especially if you're in America, if you want a wish granted, then you have to take a vaccination, either the first dose or the second dose. If not, then well, fuck you, basically. My apologies for the colourful language, but it's going to be said throughout, because that is just absolutely sick and depraved. What that organization is doing. It's oh no, sorry, I'm not. That's not Make-A-Wish Foundation. I was going to mention about what happened to the Kill Stream or Ethan Ralph's podcast, with it all trying to donate donations to sick kids or terminally ill children, but that's St. Jude's hospital, nothing to do with Make-A-Wish. But again, it's really apparent seeing all. I'm sorry, I know I'm stumbling with words at the moment, but it's just completely sick. It's now come to the point where these charity organizations, or like these types of organizations that try to help others, especially in this case terminally ill children, who of course are not going to be around much longer because of their illness, now it's come to the point where if they're not vaccinated, then they're completely screwed. If they want a wish granted, then you have to take the vaccine, or screw you, basically. And it's absolutely sick just seeing that. Let me see. Oh, I don't want that. There we go. Let me have a look and see what you guys in the chat think about that. Let's see. If God hadn't intended me to travel, he wouldn't have had me born on an island. That's a good point. Note how the word safe has been heavily weaponized, infantilized lately. Yeah, exactly. They always want to push this idea of, oh, don't worry, it's safe. You can take the vaccine and you'll be completely fine. Yet there's been multiple videos, multiple people who have taken the vaccine have either been heavily, badly affected by it, or completely regret taking the vaccine. People had miscarriages regarding to the vaccine. People had like major seizures regarding to the vaccines. But again, this is not from my word. You could definitely see all these videos that are across the internet. Of course, the mainstream media would refuse to show them or even highlight these issues, because again, if they were to do so, it would completely destroy their overall narrative of the vaccine. Because what's been pushed with the vaccine is it's completely safe. If you want your life back to normal, you must take the vaccine. Otherwise, you'll be ostracized out of society. And we can clearly see that there's a much more sinister agenda going on when it comes to COVID-19 and with the vaccination going on just now. So let me have a look here. Even say that's absolutely evil and cruel to do that to terminally ill kids. Yeah, well, that's the thing with the left, or in this with these people doing this. They don't give a damn. They just want to push this overall leftist narrative that people must take the vaccine. It's a cult at this point. It's an absolute cult. I've taken a note of that organization's details, which you definitely should, because this needs to be spoken out regardless, because this is absolutely sick and depraved. It's so much of a cult at this point, as I said before. have you guys watched this music video by Ariana Grande and who's the guy? He was. What's the name of that guy? He's in America. He's a British actor. He's in America just now. He hosts like a late show, the late something. Hold on. What's that guy's name again? Because he's a guy. He's known for being like a massive pussy. He's also in the film Cats. I'm trying to think. What the hell is that guy's name again? Hold on. Because let me show. I might as well also just show this clip as well. No lockdowns anymore. Let's see here. James Corden, that's the guy's name. Hold on, let me see if I can get this up here. Yeah, even Corden, yeah, James Corden. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I might as well just play the video here. I'll try to play a little bit of it because I don't know if this is going to be copyright or not. And then maybe I might play it a bit, pause it, play it again, just to try to avoid it. So with any copyright issues. Luckily it's the stupid people taking the vaccine. Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people that are genuinely concerned, but then they'll end up regretting taking it. So let's see. So what I'll do is I might as well just play it just to give you guys a bit more context with that, because I've also seen bits of this video as well. This is just if this whole COVID stuff is not like very cult like, then I don't know what is anymore. But so anyway, this is the again, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this already, but it's the video No Lockdowns Anymore with Ariana Grande and Marissa Jarrett Winokur. What have you? I don't know who the fuck that is, but this is from the show. Yeah, the Late Late Show with the James Corden. So again, like I said, it's about. I'm not gonna play the whole entire video. Like it's about 3 minutes long. So what I'll do is to try and avoid copyright, I'll play it and then pause it, play it and pause it, that sort of thing. So anyway, we'll just have a look at this just now. So 3, 2, 1. Just pause it
Woke
there.
up today, feeling okay. Wow, this is new. Got the vaccine and it's been 2 weeks. There's life in the streets, hot people at brunch.
So we're about like almost 30 seconds in, and already you can tell that this is just pure propaganda. It's not even trying to be subtle, but it's really in your face. Like, hey, if you want your life back on track, if you want if you want society to go back to some form of normalcy, just take the vaccine. It's wonderful. It's great. There's no side effects to it. There's no any health defects to it whatsoever. You're going to be completely fine. Just be like everyone else and be part of this cult. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not a cult. It's just everyone's doing it. Like, just come on, don't be a fucking loser. Like, just take the vaccine. This is just before 30 seconds in, and already it's just complete garbage. But again, we'll just play a bit more and then continue on to the next part.
And I've got a hunch, mimosas are gonna be bottomless. Turning off Zoom after 15 long months stuck on mute. No lockdowns anymore. We can finally walk out the door. The sunlight is a fantasy. It still doesn't feel real to me.
Again, this is just pure. Not only is it just pure propaganda, but just a side note, it's just pure cringe. I kind of find it funny how James Corden of all people is trying makes this entire music. Well, I guess it's a music video for his show, but it's just. Again, it's not even trying to be subtle, but it's completely right in your face, and they know it, and they don't give a damn. They know for a fact that they just want to push this down your throat, and they don't care. As long as you don't cross the line and you abide by the rules, then there's no problem with them whatsoever. They want you to take the vaccine and just follow the herd like a bunch of sheep. But anyway.
No lockdowns anymore. Will they still take my temp at the door? Shout out to our favorite MD, Anthony Fauci.
So of course it's Ariana Grande. I wonder how much money they gave her to make this appearance. Must be like a shitload of money. In fact, just a little side note, I find it really funny, all of these all these celebrities taking the vaccine. I want people to take the vaccine also, as if they're trying to like talk down to us and view us as peasants or whatnot. In fact, speaking of which, I think there's been like a multiple case, well, not multiple, but I think there's been some cases of some celebrities or some famous people who took the vaccine but end up dying because of it. I can't remember exactly who it was. Maybe someone in the chat can point that out if they know what I'm on about. But I think there was something like that happened. But anyway, we'll just continue on from there. So.
I'm no longer scared to have a cart. Back in the gym where I start to sweat.
Maybe not yet.
Say hi on the street. Kiss on the cheek. It's been so long since I've put on my shoes. So let's hit the club or get drunk and get matching tattoos.
No lockdowns anymore. Time to go back to work indoors.
No more sweatpants or zooming in.
While I really watch Bridgerton. No lockdowns anymore. Traffic is so much worse than before.
The world's such a new place to me.
What's an NFT?
I have no idea.
What?
See what I mean with this whole, like the traffic's so much busier than before. Again, it's this whole idea they're trying to push down your throat. If you want some form of normalcy, just take the vaccine. Everything's going to be fine, hunky-dory once you take this vaccination. It's the sheer audacity of these people. And again, like I said, it's not subtle, it's right in your face about it. They don't give a damn. But I think we're just about a minute and 4 seconds in. We'll just finish it off and then we'll come back to the stream itself. So enjoy the rest.
Been a long wait. I'm so ready for life to restart.
No lockdowns, ready for life to restart. No lockdowns anymore.
Gonna live the next year outdoors.
We could see a movie at 3.
Making plans is like sex to me.
It's what we've been waiting for. To embrace all the
By the way, just a little side note, is it just me or am I seeing like a lot of diversity within this this song? Dude, excuse me, I was just sneeze. There's oh my god, there's barely any white people in this entire. Dude, excuse me, there's barely any white people I'm seeing. I mean, of course, there's James Corden. There's maybe a white person here and there, but again, there's a lot of diversity in this video as well. It's just pure utter cringe. Sorry, that was just a little side note. Just want to bring that up. That I noticed just throughout this entire video, of course. So.
that life has in store. It's time to make new memories.
Once you got the vaccine,
Hug your family. It's time to hug your family.
That part, sorry, just real quick, that part. Yeah, if you also take the vaccine, you could be able to meet up and hug your family. Like, as if you need a vaccine to hug your entire family members. Like, just get out of here with that cringe. Honestly, again, just the sheer audacity of these people. No shame to them whatsoever. Absolutely no shame whatsoever.
Feeling so relieved. No lockdowns, we're free.
And that's that. So I hope you all enjoyed that utter cringe. I know I didn't, so a very upbeat and full of beam cast. Sturgeon rates it 5 stars. Yeah. Oh, she would completely just cream over that video, honestly. I had to mute it for the sake of my soul. Muck Talk, I don't blame you, dude. I really don't blame you, because that's for even Ian Holloway even said, it's assault to our intelligence, appealing directly to the idea. Exactly. It's just, like I said, it's such pure utter cringe and such pure propaganda. Let me have a look and see what else is said, because again, this, well, the amount of TV adverts featuring norm-wise, I'm surprised they didn't pick a black dude for that cringe music video. Well, you think maybe James Corden would step aside and let a fellow jogger take his place, but no, it's his show. He has to be the star of the show, of course. So he can't go that progressive, which of course I would imagine because of that happened, the left would completely tear him apart. So what can you really do? Corden is on side with every toxic thing going. Why would this be any different? Well, of course he would be. He's a major leftist. All these celebrities are major leftists, whether they actually believe in that stuff or they're doing it out of fear because they don't want their careers completely tarnished. Let me see here. Just want to have a look and see what else is being said. In these times, even dying kids need TNCs to have happiness. Any man, woman, or organization would withdraw their partnership with Make-A-Wish on the basis of integrity and compassion. And exactly, Scott Farmer, you're absolutely right on that. I think, that would be a sign to get the child out of that organization as humanly possible. 29 people watching. I think now 31. 70 likes. Hit that like button, troops. Yes, please hit the like button. And also for those who are new to the channel, subscribe if you haven't done so already. That would be much appreciated. Let me have a look here and see. WEF, they hold the trump cards over individual governments. Yeah, exactly. This is really scary times we're living in just now with that. Let's see what else is said. Sinister is absolutely sinister. Oh, I've already read that already. Let's see. Tony Smith. Corden's a sausage jockey. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he is one of those that type. The infantilization of the public. Oh, it's clearly that bright as day with that video. James Corden is on side with every. Oh, I read that already. Sorry, my bad. So off tangent, obviously nothing to do with the virus. Yeah. This is evil. Got to get them Yeah. Oh, a BBC weatherman died after a short illness. Oh, so of course they would not blame. I'm assuming that BBC weatherman or weatherman took the vaccination and then he died, and then of course they refused to blame the vaccine, and they just. I mean, if that were to be I think it might have been to do with that, if I'm not mistaken. Might be completely wrong on that, but I've read that already. Sorry, my bad. Let's see here. All of them can have my shots. Well, that would be fine with that. Marvin Hagler, after taking the vaccine, died after a short illness. That might be the person's name, Marvin Hagler. Yeah, let me just have a look at that. Marvin Hagler. Because I remember seeing something about that. I think it was like an article on Telegram about this as well. Let me see here. March 13th, 2021. Marvin Hagler. Oh, so is this the boxer? Let me see. Former boxing champion, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, dies at 66. Let me see. This is from CNN, so I better be careful with what's said here. Because, of course, CNN being completely leftist, you know that they'll try and spin it as if, oh, it was nothing to do with the vaccine, but it was just because of natural causes, or he was just completely ill. Let me see here. Former undisputed middleweight champion Marvin Hagler died on Saturday. I'm sorry to make so this is a quote from his wife. I am very sorry to make a very sad announcement. Today, unfortunately, my beloved husband, Marvelous Marvin, passed away unexpectedly at his home here in New Hampshire. Our family requests that you respect our privacy during this difficult time. With love. Hagler became undisputed, so this was the time. After 12 successful defenses during the boxing time, many of the boxing community mourned the loss of Hagler, paying respects to the man who dominated the middleweight division for nearly a decade. Sign of the death. Yeah, no mention of whether or not if he took the vaccine or anything like that at all. Because this article, this was posted on March 14th, 2021, so just about past 3 months ago. So of course, nothing said about COVID-19 or vaccine or anything like that at all. Let me have a look at this. Is from Yahoo News, and again, I better be careful with this. Boxing legend Marvin Hagler's death is being used by anti-vaxxers to push conspiracies about the COVID vaccine. So, of course, it's probably been said about that. Let me just have a look here. Legend passed away at the age of 66 on Saturday, and the cause of death has fueled controversy related to the risk of COVID-19 vaccines. Well, I just think it's really strange that all these people are having these vaccinations. Now, to be fair, not everybody, but the majority of the people who have taken the vaccine mysteriously have passed away because of that, which again really makes you think, doesn't it? So, thank you to whoever posted that about Marvin Hagler, because I do believe that was the person in question. So, I'm not sure I should like it after you made us listen to that. Sorry, Mutt Talk. It's just, I just think it's pertinent to bring that up because again, it goes back to this idea of the complete lunacy we're dealing just now when it comes to the vaccine and this whole COVID-19 stuff going on just now. Hold on, let me see if I can sort something out real quick. There we go. That should be better. Let me have a look here and see what's also being said. Earthman Brick, how's it going, man? Not too bad, thank you very much. Thank you for watching the stream, that's much appreciated. Jacqueline Watt, it's easier to remain fooled than to believe you've been fooled. Famous quote, can't remember from whom. I remember hearing that quote as well, but yeah, I think Joelberg even said Mark Twain, I think I'm with him on that. I think it might have been like a Mark Twain quote. But again, it's a very good quote, and it does definitely speaks about what's going on just now. So let me see what else has been said. Yeah, even I've seen this. Marvin Hagler, after taking the vaccine, died shortly after a short illness. Yep. So of course, no surprise there. And we also just covered that as well. So we didn't need Mr. NA therapy to be allowed out before. No, exactly, but. It's really bizarre, isn't it? That remember back in the day, like there's been other kinds of outbreaks, like the mad cow disease that happened back in the early 2000s, or even there was that whole Ebola outbreak that happened a few years back, and yet we were never forced to be locked into our homes. We were never forced to take vaccinations or anything like that. So it's really strange and very eye-opening to see. Now, of course, before I go any further, I don't want to come off as a conspiracy theorist, but I'm sure everyone would agree that it's very, very telling and very odd that this new virus comes around, COVID-19, and then all of a sudden everyone has to be locked in their homes for months at a time, with the whole different stages. People have to take a vaccine, which... It's kind of weird also because I remember also back in the day hearing about the cold, the common flu and all of other diseases or illnesses. And people ask, well, would there be vaccinations for those kinds of illnesses? And all these people, the scientists and all of that, they would say, well, it would take absolute years of development and research to make these vaccinations. And yet this brand new virus comes around from China, I want to add, by the way, comes around into our lives and infects the entire globe with this major pandemic, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, we got a vaccine and everyone should take it, it's completely safe. It's like, well, hold on a minute. So it's a complete one and done job of a COVID-19 vaccine, just like that, but it would take years of research to develop a vaccine for the cold or the common flu or anything like that at all. Yeah, I'm not buying it. So it's very weird. It's very, very weird, of course. But I digress regarding to that. Tony Smith, I know Captain Tom had a good innings, but it's very funny that he didn't last a week after having the vaccine. Again, yeah, no, again, not to come off as conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but again, it kind of raises an eyebrow, doesn't it? It really raises an eyebrow. We'll see if we can push that back a little more. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the microphone position better, so that should be fine here. Let me see here with that. What else has been said? I think that's about it. I think I'm all up to date with the chat, so that's really good. Excellent. And I do see here there's about 34 people watching, almost an hour into the stream, so that's really good. I'm also going to see if I can end the stream 5-10 minutes before the PA Book Club starts, because that goes live around 8 p.m. tonight. So what I'll do is towards the end is I'll post the links in the chat as well, whether you want to go into the DLive stream or the Odyssey stream. You can just click on the links from there. I'll definitely see if I can post that later on. Or even my mods who want to do that, please feel free to do so towards the end of the stream. I'll let you guys know in advance when will that be. So, but it's not going to come to end because we've just finished the first topic. We'll get into the next topic regarding to Make-A-Wish Foundation. We talked about the Make-A-Wish Foundation, how completely evil that organization is, and overall talked about how just completely corrupt and cult-like this whole vaccine stuff is going on. So they've had this vaccine stockpile for years, if you ask me. I can see where you're coming from, but I don't know if it was for years. But again, not to say that you're wrong or anything with that, Jarlborg, but I can definitely see where you're coming from with that. But again, I don't want to come off as like a conspiracy theorist or anything like that at all, but that's just me. So, right, so that is awesome to see. What I will do, folks, is I'm going to get myself a cup of water or like a drink, again, just so I can refresh my mouth, because I'm going through a bit of dry mouth or cotton mouth, is it called. So let me just have a quick look. Ugly Truth, good evening to you too. How are you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. My lords and ladies. DDJ, thank you for watching the stream. Much appreciated. Let me see. Maybe. Let me see here. What I'm just going to do, guys, is I'm going to have just a couple minute break. No, not for you, the DD. for Scott's Armor. Sorry, folks. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to have a couple minute break. Just going to give myself a drink of water. And then what I'll do is at the same time, I'll just play you guys like a song. Just so while you guys wait for me to come back. I won't be too long. It's literally just a case of a couple of minutes while I get a drink of water. Because like I said, I got a case of dry mouth or cotton mouth. And I just want to get that sorted out just now. So back onto YouTube. What song should I play for you guys in the meantime? Let me see. While I'm also at it... wait, why is there a fucking anime shit on the screen? I don't know. Anyway, so while you're waiting for me, it would be much appreciative if you guys can also share the stream while I'm gone. Again, just for a couple of minutes with that. So let me see what song to play again in the meantime. So I know I could play this song because I think this leads into the next topic I'm going to be talking about. So what we'll do, guys, is like I said, just I'm just going to play the song in the meantime while I go get myself a drink for a short break. And then once I've come back, we'll then move on to the next topic at hand. So if you could bear with me just now, I will be back with you guys in just a moment. So thank you very much. I'll be back. One sec.
Brothers, sisters, brothers, sisters, my friend, could we stand together? Look at us, we can stay forever. Show me sister, show me brother, and we stay strong for one another. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah! Come on, come on. We couldn't lead us over the islands. You don't save petrol from a can. You put the petrol in the hiding space. Don't be rama-rama, messing with your brain. Say deadly, do you Protect your friends, protect your family. They are with you when you are lonely. Don't bandera, don't bandera. When you stop, your brains will be clear. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah! Come on, come on. We could the leaders of one of the islands. You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put the petrol in the high stakes. Don't be rama-rama, it's messing with your brain. You say you're deadly, do you understand? You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put the petrol in the car it goes. Don't be rama-rama, it's sniffing up your nose.
You not deadly, you rama rama. Gonna get caught like Dylan Osama.
Yeah, yeah, I tell you, 'cause I care, yeah, I tell you.
When I was walking in the street, see the boys and girls are sniffing too much petrol, killing your brains, killing your brains.
We could the leaders of one of the islands. You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put the petrol in the high stakes. Don't be rama-rama, it's messing with your brain. You say you're deadly, do you understand? You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put the petrol in the car it goes. Don't be rama-rama, sniffing up your nose. Use your brains, think about your culture. No sniffing!
I'll just stop sharing the screen. There we go. Perfect. So hope you've all enjoyed that, because I think that's a song that I know Mr. Merricker has that song from on his streams back in the day from time to time. But I think this song is perfectly sums up, or not sums up, but it's pertinent to the next topic we're going to be talking about. So, of course, Aunt Sally, hello, how you doing? Oh, Aunt Sally, I've also, as I said, if you're just on the stream just now, I've just promoted the PA Book Club that's going to be happening this evening at 8 o'clock. So what I will do is I'll post the links in the chat later on towards the end of the stream. So again, for those people who are planning on watching it, the links will be there, and then they'll go over there after that. So, and also please check out Scott's Armour stream at 8:45 this evening with him, myself, and No Chaz later on this evening. And also welcome to the stream, Aunt Sally. I appreciate you being here, so that's good. Anyway, let me have a quick look and see what's been said about the chat about that song. Average IQ 50. Well, I mean, of course, when they sniff glue, they have that. Look at all those new Scots on their way to Govan Hill. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're excited to make Govan Hill a complete hellhole of an area. How can this be real? It's very real. It's like Glee meets Bollywood sprinkled with African delight. But do they own a car? If not, what the fuck are they going to do with the petrol? Sniff it, of course. So they got nothing else better to do, so. They're just as European as us. Yeah, they're just as European as us. Even if they have a British passport, they're British. How do I know that? Because Ricky Doolin said that one time. Oh, man. It's classic stuff. Classic stuff. My brain is having a meltdown with this vomit. So everyone's on the turn. Oh dear. Dear. Anyway. It's truly the weirdest timeline. Heavy video. Moody trying to enrich us with your Sturgeon propaganda. Well, hey, I thought maybe it would be like a song that they get into the next topic, of course. What am I watching? I just joined. You were watching, of course, episode 7 of the Mood of the Nation podcast, Aunt Sally. I just thought I would play that song just for a quick break, get myself water, and move on to the next topic. Because the next topic we're going to be talking about is, of course, Black Lives Matter. More specifically, Derek Chauvin, because Derek Chauvin has been sentenced recently. He's been sentenced to 22 years and 6 months in prison for the murder of St. George Floyd. Let me see if I can bring the article up for you guys just now. I've also got something that would be very beneficial to bring up, because I know with this article they're going to talk about, Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd by putting his knee on his neck, that sort of, BS. Let me see here. So let me have a look at that just now. Am I sharing the screen? No, I'm not. Right, let me just share that for you just now. Right, share audio as well, because it's going to be a video. Bright Blaine Splatter. That's a good one. That really is a good one. So, let's see here. Right. I'll go into the screen like that. Yep, perfect. Okay. So, from the Telegraph, as it happened, Derek Chauvin sentenced to 22.5 years for murder of George Floyd. So, we'll just get into this topic here just now. Are you actually fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. So Derek Chauvin has been sentenced to 22.5 years in prison for the killing of George Floyd, whose death sparked a global protest movement. Okay, so clearly I can't exactly read that because Telegraph are completely gay. Let me see with that here. Oh my god, I thought that would be like a best article to bring that up. Let me see, there's a free one. Let me see here. Not Wikipedia, they're probably biased. We'll just go with the BBC, because again, it's definitely the BBC. Because of course they're calling it a murder, which is not a murder, but I'll get into that why in just a short second. So I definitely got the important paper to bring this up with this discussion. So 22.5 years in prison. The US white ex-police officer, I notice how they emphasize his race, white, because of course they're really trying to push this anti-white narrative. So already, this is only the start of the article, and already it's filled with anti-white propaganda. Ex-police officer convicted of murdering African-American man George Floyd in Minneapolis in May of 2020. Yeah, also knows the African-American part with George Floyd. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Has been sentenced to 22 years and 6 months in jail. The judge said Derek Chauvin's sentence was based on your abuse of a position of trust and authority, and also the particular cruelty shown to Mr. Floyd. Right, Mr. Floyd, 48, died after Chauvin knelt on his neck for 9 minutes. His murder caused global protests against racism and police brutality. Oh yeah, we definitely have seen that quote-unquote protest that happened in Minneapolis last year. I'm not going to call it protests, they're riots. They're clearly as hell riots with these major American cities. I mean, there was like major fires that happened. Small businesses were completely destroyed and then end up, well, not just destroyed, but were looted by these BLM supporters. Which is pretty funny. And funny in the case of they're trying to have it to be this peaceful protest, but clearly it was not peaceful whatsoever. Small businesses were completely destroyed and looted. There were major murders and killings that happened in the name of Black Lives Matter. So we can all definitely tell, this was clearly a peaceful protest. It was not a riot whatsoever. But hey, just remember, folks, on the 6th of January with the Capitol Hill incident, that was a riot. That wasn't a peaceful protest. That was a riot. Just so we're clear on that, right? We're living in a time where the opposite is a fact, where no means yes and yes means no. Good is bad and bad is good. That sort of idea. It's a complete utter clown world we're living in just now. Let me see. Chauvin, 45, was convicted of second-degree murder and other charges last month. During his trial, his lawyer described the killing as an error made in good faith. Chauvin was also told to register as a predatory offender and was barred from owning firearms for life. Wait, why was he registered as a predatory offender? What the hell was that all about? I never knew that part before. So I wonder what that's all about. So basically they're trying to make him as if he's like a major danger to society. Right, okay, let's do a bit of comparison with Derek Chauvin and George Floyd, right? Derek Chauvin, a police officer who was doing his job, who was on the line of duty, trying to protect the peace and the public, as any police officer would definitely do, if they're a good police officer, of course. Compare that to George Floyd, a guy who's a career criminal. He's got a police record or a criminal record to back that up with that. He's done many kinds of drugs. I think he was a drug dealer himself. The worst thing he's ever done was threaten a pregnant woman by pointing a gun to the pregnant woman's belly and said something along the lines of, if you don't cooperate or anything like that, I'm just gonna, shoot the fucker in your stomach. Again, I'm paraphrasing, it might be something to that effect, but the fact of the matter is he still did that. He's a complete, utter, degenerate scumbag who should never be remembered whatsoever. But hey, we're living in, like I said before, we're living in a complete, utter clown world, so anything to make a martyr of for the black community, we'll just go with George Floyd. I don't know what really, but it's complete BS really. Let me see. He and 3 other former officers are separately charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights. 5 key moments from the Derek Chauvin trial. That's just for little other articles, of course, from BBC. The Floyd family and their supporters welcomed the sentence. That's complete BS. I'll get to that in just a short second. This historic sentence, this is a quote from lawyer Ben Crump, tweeted, "This historic sentence brings the Floyd family and our nation one step closer to healing by delivering closure and accountability." Right, I'm going to showcase why that's complete BS in just a short second. Mr. Floyd's sister, Bridget Floyd, said the sentence shows that matters of police brutality are finally being taken seriously, but there was still a long way to go, of course. President Joe Biden, of course he would step in and say something about this, said the sentence seemed to be appropriate, but admitted that he did not know all the details. Oh, Joe, of course he would not know all the details. Oh, little girl, your hair smells nice. Oh, where am I? Come on, guys. Joe Biden's president. Jesus. Just a quick water. We're drinking water with that. During the sentencing hearing, Mr. Floyd's brother, Terrence Floyd, demanded the maximum available, a sentence of 40 years. God almighty. See, it's never enough with these people, isn't it? I mean, the Floyd family themselves, I think they received a... how much was it exactly? Let me see. Floyd family... I think it was like a huge amount. I can't remember. I should remember this... let's see. Money, I'll just type in that. Because I did talk about this as well briefly at one time. I think, it was about, would result in a $27 million settlement payment to the family. So they received $27 million, right? That's not enough. They got Derek Chauvin trialed and sentenced to 22 and a half years in prison because he was trying to do his own fucking job. But no, that's never enough. It's never enough for these people. How would I know this? I got a video up here on Telegram. This is the Floyd supporters, as it says here. Floyd supporters marched to protest Chauvin's sentencing as too lenient. Activists took to the streets of Minneapolis, marching from the courthouse where former police officer Derek Chauvin was sentenced to 22 and a half years in jail for the murder of St. George Floyd because they wanted a harsher punishment for Floyd's killer. How do you feel about Chauvin's sentence? Well, of course everyone should be pissed off with the sentence, but again, like I said before, this just goes into play that nothing satisfies these people. You could give them everything on a silver fucking platter, and yet it's never enough. It's never enough for these people. As you can see, these protesters, quote unquote, with this clip right here. Just see if I can full screen that for you guys real quick. Am I still sharing it? Wait a minute. Right, that's fine, cool. So I'll just play this video for you guys real quick. So share that. And then go back to the beginning. It's 3, 2, 1. And I want you all to pay attention to the people that are there. Most of them joggers. You see them white tees that you there, of course.
Say every minute, every hour. We the people have the power.
Yeah, so that was really quick. So I love that chat. We the people have the power. Yeah, well, you people seem to have the fucking privilege in society, of course. I want to add that as well. Let me just get back into this real quick. So, again, like I said, you can give them everything on the silver platter. It's never enough whatsoever. Those people, they think, 22 and a half years, that's not enough. I mean, look, it's a bad sentence alone. You know, with Derek Chauvin, he should never be thrown in prison whatsoever. But it's the fact that they think, oh, well, that's not enough. That speaks major volumes. I mean, I'm just going to make this point right now. Those people, I would not be surprised that they would be a potential lynch mob. These are people that would rather see Derek Chauvin hung from a tree and then and call that a day. That may sound incredibly horrible, but it's the truth. These people, they think they want a much harsher sentence. Even Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother, even said, oh, I would want the maximum sentence, like 40 years. It's never enough for these people. They would rather have Derek Chauvin hung and quartered on like an oak tree or something like that as a way of getting back on the evil whitey for killing their own people. It's completely disgusting, this whole thing. And please, honestly, do not get me started on that George Floyd statue, because I know that was something that was showcased in Newark in New Jersey. That's just complete utter cringe, that whole statue. So they're completely fine of taking down all of our statues, most of the statues of people, you know, from who are white, of European descent. Again, really makes you think, doesn't it? They're completely fine taking down those statues because those people were toxic or they were problematic, right? But then they're completely happy of putting up a statue of a complete criminal degenerate like Saint George Floyd. Unbelievable. Absolutely just unbelievable, these people. Where was I with these quotes? Here we go. So quote from this: what were you thinking? What was going through your head when you had your knee on my brother's neck? Get out of here, Terrence Floyd, you absolute douchebag. Again, the whole knee to the neck, I think that's part of the whole police procedure. We're trying to take down, you know, like criminals or whatever. And he's trying to make it George Floyd out as if like he was he was completely innocent in this case. Complete utter lunacy. What's going on here? Mr. Floyd's daughter Gianna, age 7, appeared in a video recording saying she missed him and she loved him. Right, so basically they're just using children as a political fodder. Absolutely disgusting, these people are. Absolutely fucking disgusting, these hey Gianna, our 7-year-old child, we're just going to use you as propaganda. Just have yourself recorded within this video. Get fucked. Again, my apologies for the colourful language. I did say that at the beginning of the stream, that there was going to be that kind of stuff going on. But it's just absolutely infuriating, this type of stuff. I asked him about him all the time. She said, my daddy always used to help me brush my teeth. See, again, with this whole... It's trying to pull the heartstrings, but it's so blatantly obvious that they're trying to use emotion as a way of trying to justify the sentencing of Derek Chauvin. And like I said, it's complete utter disgusting with that. The judge said the case had been painful for the community and the country, but above all for Mr. Floyd's family. And there's a quote from Judge Peter Cahill. What the sentence is not based on is emotion or sympathy. Hold on, let me just read that again. What the sentence is not based on is emotion or sympathy. It so clearly is. Of course it's about emotion and sympathy, because if it really wasn't, Derek Chauvin would not be sentenced to 22 and a half years. In fact, he'd be off scot-free because he was just doing his fucking job. So where is this judge coming from that it's not about emotion or sympathy? Of course it is. Of course it stems from emotion and sympathy. You're honestly going to have the balls and tell everyone with a straight face and say this is not about emotion and sympathy. Right, okay, it's not about emotion or sympathy. Right, I'll take your word for that, mate. I'll take your goddamn word for that. But at the same time, I wanted to acknowledge the deep and tremendous pain that all the families are feeling, especially the Floyd family. Let me stop you right there. What about the people who have been affected by the riots that happened last year? Do you not think those people were going through any pain or suffering because they had to close down their businesses because of the absolute damage that those fucking bastards did during those riots? What about the people that were murdered during that time of the riots? Do you think the families were going through any pain or suffering because of what happened to those families? Oh no, sorry, those people don't count because let's be honest here, the majority of those people were probably white, so they're evil as fuck, so they don't count whatsoever, right? Get fucked. And again, the Floyd family going through major suffering and turmoil. And they're using George Floyd, who I said before as a career criminal degenerate, absolute scumbag who pointed a gun at a pregnant woman's belly. He should be looked at as a martyr for the black community. Get fucked. I sorry folks, again, my colourful language. I did say before, but it's just frustrating here. The good thing about this, though, I want to point this out here. So they talk about putting Derek Chauvin putting his knee on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes. What I do have here is the autopsy report of George Floyd. Now, I know you people may have seen this already, but I thought, again, it's pertinent to bring this up. That, as it says at the very top here, no life-threatening injuries identified, which is really interesting, that, isn't it? So, no facial, oral, mucosal, or conjunctival, conjunctival, fuck's sake. Basically, there's no any injuries on the body or any physical harm done on to George Floyd has been done whatsoever. No injuries of anterior muscles of neck or any type of structures with that whatsoever. No scalp, soft tissue, skull or brain injuries. No chest wall soft tissue injuries, rib fractures other than a single rib fracture from CPR. Vertebral column injuries or visceral injuries. So nothing like that appeared on the body whatsoever, except for the single rib fracture, but again, that was for the CPR. So, incision and I can't even read. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is, as a court, I can't read stuff like I'm stuttering and I cannot read for the life of me. Basically, what this top part here is saying, there is no life-threatening injuries been identified whatsoever. However, what they have noticed here that he was positive for COVID-19, as it was shown on within his they did the viral testing with that for post-mortem nasal swab of that. As you can also see, there's been, let me see here, blood, drug, and novel psychoactive substances screens. So there were some drugs within the system, as you can see, fentanyl, norfentanyl, methamphetamine, and of course morphine were in his system. So again, this whole idea that George Floyd was murdered by Derek Chauvin because he put his knee on his neck for 9 minutes straight is complete utter BS. Complete utter BS. But hey, it doesn't entirely matter because the mainstream media just pushes this narrative to high hill. All the normies who will support Black Lives Matter will just completely follow this blindly, not doing any form of research whatsoever. But what can you expect, especially when it comes to the mainstream media? So, let me see here. As I might as well just finish off the article here, as we can clearly see. Chauvin told the court he offered his condolences to the Floyd family, saying that there would be some other information in the future, and he hoped things will give you some peace of mind. However, he did not apologize. Well, okay, what was the point there? Oh, he did not apologize, so therefore he thinks this is completely justified. Well, again, he was just trying to do his job. He's a police officer, George Floyd, and there's body cam footage of this that people can clearly go and watch of the full arrest that happened with George Floyd from beginning to end. People can go and watch that for if they really wanted to. In court, Chauvin's mother said he was a good man. I've always believed in your innocence, and I will never waver from that, said Caroline Palenti. We got justice, but not enough justice. See, and there we go. I think there's a video with that, so I'll just play that here.
We have a duty to win. We have a duty to win. We must love and support one another. We must love and support one another.
I have reviewed the pre-sentence investigation.
Oh my God.
All the facts of the case in law. For a period of 270 months. That's 270. That is a 10-year addition to the presumptive sentence of 150 months.
How many cops have been convicted in the United States for killing an African American? Not many. So he's one of very few of the first that's going down.
We were hopeful that he would get time, in which he did, but we said we could have got more.
I was expecting more.
See,
but that is why I don't like not get my hopes up high. Remember we talked about historically, when it comes to the judicial system, most of the time it's not in our favor.
There we go. Bingo. Fucking bingo. Done. Dusted. They gave Derek Chauvin a high sentence, like 22 and a half years in prison. To these stupid fucks, it's never enough. Like I said, you can give them everything on a silver goddamn platter, but it's never enough for these people. It's never enough. The only way they'll be satisfied with the sentence of Derek Chauvin, like I said before, is if Derek Chauvin was killed himself. It's complete utter lunacy. It's like you got what you wanted, but like I said, it's never enough for these people. It's never enough.
It could have been more, like I said, but he did get something.
Minnesota does not like black people, period. Y'all keep proving it to us time in and time out.
We talk about justice, we talk about accountability. This is neither. So there will be unrest regardless.
There you go. Another point to me. Even if Derek Chauvin has gotten 22 and a half years in prison, I guarantee you that at some point there's going to be some protest with Black Lives Matter, because I showed the video earlier on Telegram that they think that the sentencing is too lenient. So of course in response they're going to protest regardless. Like I said before, you give them everything on a silver platter, and I do apologize that I'm repeating myself over and over again, but I really want to drive this point home. You can give them everything on a silver platter. You can give them a new home, a new way of life, everything to do with that. It's never enough. It's never enough with these people. And it's so frustrating to watch, because it's so clearly what exactly is going on, like a much more sinister agenda going on just now. Let me see what else this woman says.
We've waited an entire year, we've fought for an entire year, and not for this. This is not what we wanted. And they know that.
This is disruptive to his life. He can't hurt anybody else. And if the Floyd families have any solace in this, or feel any kind of way to move forward, then if you're supporting the Floyds and damn it, you support them.
Floyd family spoke out after the sentence.
We got justice, but not enough justice. But I will celebrate a guilty conviction on a police officer that killed a black man, because far too many times we see them kill us and get right away with it.
And you know, I just also want to make a point real quick, by the way. What we're seeing around the globe, post Black Lives Matter and post George Floyd, the whole George Floyd case, you know, these ungrateful douchebags that would stand there on that podium or on that platform and say, oh, you know, we've got justice, but it's not enough justice. You know, it's now come to the point. There was a video I've watched on Telegram recently of like two black dudes were like going at with each other with knives or something like that. And the police, they do absolutely nothing. I think it were knives. It might have been, or I don't think it were guns, but or something. Basically, two joggers were fighting, and the police did absolutely nothing. It's come to that point where the police don't even want to arrest black people anymore because they're afraid they might be called racist. It's the whole Muslim grooming gangs in the UK going on all over again. They don't want to participate of arresting these kind of people because they know the backlash they're going to receive because of it. So all these people right now in this video talking about black people get treated badly, there's systemic racism going on just now. and how white people are the ones that have privilege. No, let me tell you this. You're the ones with the fucking privilege here, not us. Because with white people, we're the ones that are being treated like cattle. We're the ones that are being treated like the pure scumbags of the world just now. And you people want to turn around and tell us white folk that we're the monsters of society, and we're the ones with privilege here. No, it's you're the ones with the fucking privilege here, not us. Unbelievable, these people are. Unbelievable. So, honestly, folks that were watching just now, don't be surprised when a riot does happen with Black Lives Matter, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Let me see here. I showcased the police, well, not police record, the autopsy. Let me see here. We've got justice, but it's not enough justice. Shut up. You got what to. Honestly, dude, you got what you wanted. Like, just be satisfied and move on with your life. Unbelievable, these people are. Let me see here. Oh, man, that was just... I don't know if there might be more with this article, but it might be... The film, now 18, was walking out. Oh, well, that's basically all about what exactly happened with George Floyd. Now, of course, this is coming from the BBC. You can guarantee this is going to be completely biased and, of course, completely have misinformation because, of course, the BBC being completely leftist and whatnot. So, they've just come to end with that. I also don't really need that anymore because I showcased that video. So, yeah. Jojo Gizmo. The chief is on fire tonight. Well, of course I'd be on fire tonight because it's frustrating what's going on with Derek Chauvin. It's complete BS that he's been sentenced for quote-unquote murder when he was just doing his job. And of course, as a showcase in the stream just now, the autopsy report completely contradicts the whole notion of murder. Completely contradicts that. Ugly truth. Are his family going to share the money with the pregnant woman he attacked? Probably not. They probably think he was a victim of that case as well. You know, the pregnant woman might have done damage to George Floyd somehow, you know. Remember the autistic white kid that was tortured live on Facebook? Don't remind me of that. Those kids are all free now. Yeah, honestly, Earthman Brick, do not remind me of that. I remember that was going on. That was the clip of... Yeah, the four joggers, you know, were torturing an autistic white kid because he was white. Of course, in the video, there was someone in the video shouting, you know, "Fuck Trump, fuck white people" or something like that. But no, dude, I do remember what happened with that. That was completely shocking. And now it turns out that those four joggers are completely free now. Again, like I said before, who are the ones in society? Which race of people in society are the ones to have privilege? Is it the white people or is it the black people? Because let me give you a hint with that just now, folks. It's certainly not the white people. It's certainly not the white people. That pregnant woman should call her child. Oh no, don't no. That's of my Black Lives Matter. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I would imagine they would say something like that, like the audacity of them to say something like that. Chauvin must be thinking the biggest WTF in the world. Yeah, absolutely. Because I can imagine he must be going through that trial thinking he would be completely innocent. But we live in complete clown world, and this is post George Floyd / Black Lives Matter riots that happened. So of course they're going to give him a much harsher sentence. But as you can see with those video clips, the BLM are not happy with that. So like I said before, don't be surprised whenever you see riots happening within Minneapolis or any other state in America. Hell, could you imagine any of that happening in California? It would be the 1992 riots all over again. But I would say it would be far worse than what happened in the 1992 race riots that were going on. The jogger beating up the old white guy in the care home was quickly hushed up. Yeah, I remember seeing that as well. I was fucking furious at that. Because I'm going to make this point real quick, and it's been said over and over again, but not just myself, but other content creators or other people around us. But could you imagine if the races were reversed? If it was a white dude beating up an old black lady or an old black man, it would be all over the news. And why is that? Because they really want to push this anti-white narrative, of course. Yeah, of course, Budgie Burger. Yes, they've won, and they still complain. Exactly, they're still complaining with that. Even English Sailor here just now said, of course, thank you for watching the stream. It's never enough. The grievances will never be satisfied. Of course, like that's exactly what I'm saying earlier on. Give blacks an inch and they take a foot as time after time has shown. Yep, exactly. Like I said, it's never enough for these people. The rooftop Koreans will be back up there if the riots kick off. Oh, they'll be back full fucking force. Full force, in fact. Are you trying to imply that the court case was in some way politicized? Oh, ho, ho, ho. You say the word conspiracy. Well, Earthman Brick, I really don't want to come off as a conspiracy theorist, but I think there is some form of politicization going on with that entire trial. Because, let's be brutally honest here, see if they actually were to follow the case completely normal and had all the evidence and all the facts, brought it to court, and Derek Chauvin was completely free of the entire case, the BLM would throw a massive bitch fit and probably cause major riots. So I would imagine that they would maybe do that to Derek Chauvin because they don't want to have another riot on their hands, right? Now, if that were to be true, because again, you never know, and maybe it might not be true, but because we live in a complete utter clown world and everything's so politicized nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised if that were to be the case whatsoever. Hell, there was something that happened with the guy who performed the autopsy of Derek Floyd's body, and apparently there was some threats to that person as well, saying like, "Oh, you better not showcase this autopsy report or else," or something along those lines. But yeah, it's completely politicized. Completely politicized. It would have been the same if Trump was president. Yeah, probably would be the same, of course. In reality, Chauvin should be president and Biden in jail. Yeah, I would agree Biden would be definitely in jail, but Chauvin, maybe. The court case was beginning to end made no reference to race whatsoever. But then, of course, the BBC article brought up race with that, which again really makes you think regarding to the article from the BBC, of course. We sure picked a crap timeline, didn't we? I know it may come off as very blackpilling what happened to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and also to Derek Chauvin, but you know, at the end of the day, yes, we may be going through some turmoil just now regarding to society, regarding to race and all of that, but look, don't get your hopes up too much, folks. I know we're living in really blackpilling times, but what is majorly important with the stuff going on just now is that we all definitely should just stick together as a community of people. Because as a community, what makes people strong is being brought together as one, as a community, as a collective. If we just continue on to be part of a collective or part as a team or a group, then honestly, dude, we'll be completely fine. Nothing will be wrong whatsoever. So, let me have a look here and see. Jokes aside, the Planet of the Apes remake is symbolic of the future for whites. You could definitely see it's pretty symbolic. I know people say, "Oh, you're just looking way too deep into it," but again, being a proper nationalist, or in this case, an ethno-nationalist, you could definitely see all these patterns in all these older films. I would say films, maybe people in the chat may disagree with me, but I would say films like maybe from the late 90s and onwards, you can maybe see stuff like that. No, sorry, not late 90s, maybe the early 90s and then onwards. I mean, Schindler's List, anybody. Of course, I don't want to create some kind of like a spicy conspiracy theory, but, you know, I'll just say that film title, enough said. So, you can come up with your own conclusions with that, of course. So, let me see here. Got any white pills for us, Chief Mutt Talk? Yeah, I think I might have gave you guys one, but I'll just say it again. As long as we stick together as a community, as one group of people, and stick by our principles, stick by what we truly believe in, we'll be fine. You know, don't give your hopes up too much, because And honestly, just be prepared for this coming July with the Indigenous Peoples Day. I think that's what it's called. I know Mark and Laura talked about it on their monthly update, or PA update, on the DLive channel. But that definitely should be really good. And definitely will be major white pilling for all of us when it comes to the next month's I think it's called Indigenous Peoples Day. It might be something completely different, but you know what I'm on about, that sort of thing. Of course, you can tell I'm not entirely good with names, so I do try, of course. You know, you can't blame a guy for trying, so. Let me see here. Weekly review, that's fine. Just looking through any updates with P. And of course, I do see there's a lot of hiking or walking around, of course. A great day of delivering leaflets. Another thing, by the way, is for those who already support Patriotic Alternative, honestly, if you really want a white pilling moment, just get together as a small group, you know, and just go out leafletting, go out letter picking, or you know, just get together as I said, as a community. That's, to me, is a white pilling moment. Even it doesn't have to be going out hill walking or hiking or doing these walks or photo shoots or anything like that. Just get together as a group and then just hang out with each other. That could be a white pilling moment for all of us as a community. So honestly, I know, as I said before, hold on one sec, I like the whamming in the background. It sure wasn't Spears. So I know, like I said before, I know we're living in a very black pilling times, but honestly, you just gotta keep pushing forward as a community, as a group. Just keep pushing forward, and then you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. It will get better. You just gotta keep pushing on forward. You know, don't give up whatsoever. Never give up. And just keep on moving with that. So, Je suis Chauvin. Yeah, I could definitely see why people would say Je suis Chauvin. About Chauvin, but there was part of me thinking that he will be quietly released in a few years' time under a new identity in another location. I hope it does. You know, I never thought about that until you brought that up, so I could definitely see that happening regarding to that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen, if they were to say, look, we're going. In fact, they're probably doing that just now as we speak. They're going to probably sit them down in a room and say, look, we know we did this to you, but we only did that just for political reasons because we don't want to have another riot in our hands. But even with that being said, another riot is going to happen anyway, because we've seen those video clips that the BLM people are not satisfied whatsoever. So they're saying, but that put aside, they'll probably say to them, we're going to give you a brand new identity, we're going to give you a brand new location and all of that. Just don't tell anyone who you are and what you've done. But I don't. But even then, even just thinking about that just now, I don't know if that's really possible, because his face and his entire identity is all out there. So maybe that might happen. Maybe not. As I might probably scrub all that stuff off the internet or mainstream media or whatnot. But you never know. Like, I think it's a case of only time will tell with that. Of course. Let's see here. Let's see what else has been said. I think I'm more up to date with that as well. Scottish time again. Evening lads, sorry about today. Had to go for work for a wee bit. No, that's totally fine. Scottish time. I appreciate you coming along in the chat anyway. So that's really great of you to do that. Oh God, ugly truth. I hope Chauvin does not have Epstein's guards. Well, let's certainly hope not. Especially what happened to what's the guy's name? McCaffrey or something like that. Might be completely wrong on the name, but that's a pretty, yeah. Even Garlic Gorilla even said, I am pretty sure Chauvin will commit suicide like Epstein and McAfee. I mean, again, we never know. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen. So again, only time will tell with that, of course. The worse things get, the harder it will be. Yeah, I know it sounds very black pilling, but like I said before, you just gotta keep pushing forward and be there for each other as a community. So that's the only way to get through these hard times at the moment. Things need to get a lot worse before they get better. Exactly, Tony Smith. That's a very good point. Things will get things need to get worse than they already are. Because if they do get a lot worse than they are, it will get better eventually. So, but he will have to be moved to another location for his own safety, regardless of what happens. Oh, because of the prison, or the black prisoners. Yeah. Sheesh, son, you killed George Floyd. Yeah, they probably will do something with that, and I hope that doesn't. I hope no harm goes to Derek Chauvin whatsoever. So. I might do an MJ and make myself black stick him and Compton under their noses for the laws. That seems like a good idea. Let me see here. Well, I really do appreciate you guys coming along today's stream. 45 people watching, so that's really good. I don't think there's really any more to be said really regarding to that. That's pretty much all the topics I have there just now. So it might be a bit early just now, unless there's going to be more chat coming along here just now, because I'm going to see if I can try and push this up till 10 to 8, because I want to try and end it early, just so I can post the links for the of course for Mark Collette, and also not just Mark Collette, but just the PA Book Club is going to be happening or airing a short time later on. Oddly enough, most prisoners are black for some reason. Yeah, well, of course there's a high crime rate with the black communities, but no, you can't say that. That's racist. Well, it's the truth, but you know, they're already hunting us in the streets, like the knockout game. Heard they call it polar hunting or somewhat something like that. But we're the greatest threats for F's sake. Of course. Let's see. I meant when he was released from pardon, but meanwhile in prison he'll probably be in protective custody. Oh, of course, yeah. No, I definitely see where you're coming from with that. Yeah. Again, it's just only a case of only time will tell. We'll just need to wait and see, and just keep on paying attention to the Derek Chauvin case. So hopefully nothing happens to him. But again, only time will tell. So. Anyone else surprised Hancock was not a lover of lavender rather than straight? Well, I'll briefly touch upon the Matt Hancock stuff, because I've only heard about that, just a couple things regarding to that whole debacle. So I find it really funny, because with that dude, I find it really funny that he's a guy pushing this whole vaccine and trying to entice people to take the vaccine. Like, oh, it's going to save lives. It's going to benefit everyone in the long time, and everyone should definitely follow these COVID rules when we're in lockdown. And yet, look what he was doing behind the scenes. He was pretty much snogging another. I don't think it was another politician, or it was some woman that he knew. And because that whole debacle happened, he's now resigned and stepped down as a health minister. So. Karma can be a bitch, but to see something like that is absolutely satisfying to me. So you reap what you sow, that sort of idea. So anyways, I think what I'll do, folks, is, even though it's just almost get to 10 to 8, what I'll do is I'll just see if I can get into Telegram, see if I can find those links just now. So for you guys, again, just so you could move over to those channels, or to the PA Book Club in just a short second here. Oh, there's St. Harrison sharing that just now. That's awesome for him to do that. Let me see. The Host and the Parasite from the PA Book Club. So that one's for Odyssey. Let me see if I can get the link that just now. Book review for PA Book Club. Alright, that's a pretty good layout for Odyssey. That's really good. Anyway, sorry folks. Let me have a look here. Hancock can't answer any tricky cues when he is gone. How convenient. Yeah, of course, it's very convenient. English sailor, very convenient. So what I'll do is I'll post the first link. That's the one for Mark Collette's Odyssey account. Is it Mark Collette's channel? Yeah, so this is Mark Collette's link to his Odyssey account. Well, mainly specifically the PA Book Club book review. the link for that for the host of the Parasite episode, and I'll also post the DLive link. Oh no, wait, click on that as well. Close that, I don't need that anymore. Yeah, so DLive.tv/patriotic talk. So if you prefer watching it through DLive rather than Odyssey, I'll post that link in the description here just now. There we go. Post that here for you guys as well. There we go. And lastly, for those, I don't know how many of you actually used Entropy, but I'll just click on that as well. Again, just in case for those who actually use Entropy, there's a link for Mark Collette's Entropy account as well. So if you want to ask him any questions for him or any of the panelists like Laura, Aunt Sally, and I think Natty will be on the stream as well. I'm not entirely too sure, but let me just have a double check. Join, yeah, with Mark Collette, Laura Taylor, Aunt Sally, and Natty, yeah, so they will be on it. And even if you have any questions for the author Greg Felton and the publisher David Gahary, I think I might have pronounced that right, I might not, but if I don't pronounce it right, I do apologise. Then, of course, the Entropy link, if I haven't posted it already, hold on a second. There it is. Yeah, there we go. So that will be, that's the Odyssey link, DLive link, and also the Entropy link as well. Yeah, that's it. That's just past 10 to 8. So what I will do now is I'll just end the stream here just now. So, wait, St. Harrison in the chat? Hold on. No, maybe it's just, maybe I must have mentioned St. Harrison, but anyway, yeah, St. Harrison is a good guy, so. Perfect. So, like I said before, my apologies for repeating myself, but let me just see if I can get onto the YouTube channel again so I can play out an outro song for the stream just now. And like I said before, folks, I really do appreciate you guys coming along here. It's really awesome for you guys to tune into the stream this evening. Let me know what you think in the chat just now, what you think of the overall stream, or even if it gets uploaded, just post a comment down below, or if you follow me on Telegram, just tell me what you think with like a message or a comment or anything like that at all. It'd be much appreciated with that. So let me just share the link. Sorry. Share the stream for the outro song. Trying to think what song to play us out with. A snowman, a bad time for me. Have a good evening, everyone. Oh, no worries, a snowman. Of course, you can watch the entire stream once it's fully uploaded later on. Since I've shared the link for the PA Book Club for those links later on, I would also highly recommend everyone to go and check out Scott's Armour's channel as well, because, like I said, he'll be streaming later on this evening at 9:45 p.m, where it will be Scott's Armour, myself, and also No Chance appearing on that stream later on. So definitely check that out. And also, I'll share the link for Scott's Armour's stream in Telegram as well. So definitely keep an eye out on that. So great stream, Chief Mooney. Good night and God bless. Same to yourself, Tony Smith. I really appreciate that. And also, What Tyler 1381. Thank you very much for that. Right. So enough talk. I think I've talked enough this evening anyway. So. But I'll definitely tune into Scott's Armour stream later on tonight at 9:45. That would be a really good stream with the three of us on there. Let me see what song to end the stream with. Let me see here. Is it Sharon? It's Sharon. Right, that's fine. Okay. I think I'll just play a bit of Pogo for you guys. I just for this one time. But like I said before, thank you very much for watching tonight's stream. It's really appreciative of you to do that. Please check out the PA Book Club that will be airing in just a few minutes. Once you've done that, check out Scott's Armour stream at 9:45. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. This is Chief Moody, and you have been watching the Mood of the Nation podcast. Tune into this coming Thursday for episode 8, I think it's going to be. Yep. And I'll see you on Thursday. So again, thank you very much for watching. Chief Moody signing out. I'll see you on Thursday. Thank you all very much. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.
Bit of magic?
A bit of magic?
It's easy. Let's see.
I does what I likes and I likes what I do. I does what I likes and I likes.
Thank you, most interesting.
I does what I likes and I likes what I do. I does what I likes and I likes. I does what I likes and I likes what I do. I does what I likes and I likes. I does what I likes and I likes what I do. I does what I likes and I likes.
Now how does that sound?